and it seems to me like that's part of the unfairness of America in a way is that it seems like the wealthiest people should be paying the most in taxes, and it gets to the point where the wealthy people have gotten so great at sort of writing so many things off that they can give the impression they're not making any money. Like I remember I was tripped out when I found out that Warner Brothers still says that Harry Potter never made a profit. And that's crazy to me. I mean that really speaks to the absurdity of the system but it just
Mhm.
is what it is. And so being able to let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw this out there. Tell me what you think. I argue that any family that wants to build wealth should have an LLC
Yes,
or of some type. Would you agree with that? And if so,
at
why?
least at least one.
Okay.
Most people need two to get the taxes all the way down to zero. But yes, you need a business because you got to have a vehicle to run those expenses through because there are pretty much zero write-offs for people who are just W-2. So you need some kind of side hustle, some kind of business where you can create expenses that that can decrease your taxes.
Hmm. Okay. So, how did you get introduced to this area? Like, when did that start for you?
Ooh, 35 years ago. I was watching TV and I saw that Ross Perot paid less than $2,000 in personal taxes. Well, Ross Perot was a billionaire. So I couldn't understand because I made about $35,000 that year and I paid more than triple the taxes he paid, over $6,000. And I said, well, what kind of sense does this make? How can I be paying more taxes, triple the taxes that a billionaire paid? What? I'm sorry, it still infuriates me 35 years later. But let me come bring it down. Okay, so yeah, that's the deal. But what I found out is he was taking advantage of all of the strategies that are available to him, which that's why I say that taxes are people who are for people who are unaware, because if you knew what to do, it seems like you would do it because the average American pays over $500,000 in taxes over their lifetime. So if there's a way you could curtail that, it seems like you would do it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it seems to me, right? And I'm curious. Let me ask you this: would you say that the tax code has gotten more lenient toward the rich over time? About the same? Has it always been this way? Like, if I go back to the early '80s or something like that, would I see the same extreme opportunities for them for those who own businesses and make investments to write off taxes?